Most people think rest means stopping, lying down, doing nothing, turning everything off. But what if rest doesn't feel good anymore? What if weekends don't help? Lying in bed feels heavy, and even doing nothing feels exhausting. This isn't because you forgot how to rest. For many people, rest stopped feeling safe. When life is constant pressure, the nervous system learns one thing: stillness is dangerous, because silence gives access to everything you've been holding back all day. Thoughts you didn't have time for, conversations that never ended, emotions that were postponed. So when you finally stop moving, your body relaxes, but your system doesn't. And instead of recovery, you feel tension, boredom, guilt, or anxiety. If rest feels heavier than work, there is nothing wrong with you. Your system isn't broken. It's overwhelmed. And until it feels safe to slow down, rest will continue to feel like effort. Most of us were taught that rest is the absence of effort. You stop working, you lie down, you scroll, you wait for the feeling of relief to arrive, and when it doesn't, we assume we're doing something wrong. We think, I just need more discipline, I should relax better, I'm bad at resting. But rest was never meant to be something you force. Real rest doesn't start when the body stops moving. It starts when the nervous system stops defending. And for many people, that part never turns off. You can lie in bed for hours while your jaw is tight, your chest is shallow, and your mind keeps scanning for threats. On the outside, it looks like rest. On the inside, it's still effort, because the system learned something important. Being productive kept you safe. Being alert kept you in control. Stopping meant losing grip. So when you finally try to rest, the body slows down, but the system stays braced. This is why lying down can feel heavier than moving. Why scrolling feels easier than silence. Why doing nothing feels tense instead of peaceful. What we call rest is often just pause without safety. And pause without safety doesn't restore energy, it drains it. Silence isn't empty. It just feels that way when you're busy all day. But the moment things slow down, silence becomes a doorway to thoughts that didn't have space earlier, unfinished conversations, regrets that never fully settled, scenarios that never happened but still live in the body. During the day, movement keeps them distant. Tasks, noise, people, all of it creates space, but at night, or during rest, that distance disappears, and the nervous system notices, not as thoughts, but as tension, a tight chest, restless legs, a sudden urge to check your phone, to scroll, to do something, not because you want stimulation, but because you want distance. Distance from the past, distance from the future, distance from yourself. This is why silence can feel louder than noise, why stillness feels heavier than motion. The system learned that staying busy kept you functional, kept things contained. So, when quiet arrives, it doesn't register as peace. It registers as exposure. Freeze doesn't look dramatic. It looks like lying in bed, scrolling without interest, thinking about starting and not starting. From the outside, it looks like rest. From the inside, it's suspension. The body is still, but the system is alert. This is why even small tasks feel heavy, why starting feels harder than continuing, why time passes, but energy doesn't return. Freeze isn't laziness. It's the nervous system choosing the least dangerous option. Not fight, not run. Just don't move, because movement might open something you don't have capacity to deal with right now. So the system waits and waits. When rest doesn't work, most people reach for discipline. They push themselves to relax, to be productive again, to get back on track. But discipline works on behavior, not on safety. And when the nervous system is overloaded, pressure feels like threat. So every attempt to force recovery only teaches the system one thing: slow down later. Survive now. This is why advice like just take a break or try harder to rest often makes people feel worse, because the problem was never effort. It was the absence of permission. Permission to stop holding everything together. Permission to not be functional for a moment. Permission to exist without performing. Real recovery doesn't begin when you lie down. It begins when the body no longer expects punishment for slowing down. Sometimes that looks like small movement, not stillness, gentle tasks, low-stakes activity, something that keeps you present without demanding anything from you. Because safety doesn't come from stopping. It comes from knowing nothing bad will happen if you do. If rest feels heavy, if doing nothing makes you tired instead of restored, it doesn't mean you're broken. It means your system has been carrying too much for too long. And until it feels safe to let go, rest will feel like work. Not because you're doing it wrong, but because your body learned to survive before it learned to rest.